Hi. So a couple of weeks ago, something happened and I had shared it. And so a part two happened to that today. And I thought I would share that part two because it's pretty special. So as many of you know, a couple of weeks ago, my grandma had her funeral. And funerals can be quite challenging and family dynamics are quite challenging. And it was interesting. And what had happened was we were given flowers from the funeral home, kind of a thing. It was part of the package type thing, or however they worked that out. And people were taking flowers and putting them on her casket to be buried, and then they were going to put the rest of the flowers on top of her grave. And as I was doing that, I didn't feel comfortable taking any flowers from that. Other people felt comfortable, but I just didn't. So the rest of the day went on. And I was able to say goodbye and leave a flower on Grandma's casket and let her be buried with that, and got to tell her I love her, which was very special. And again, I understand why people would want to take flowers home, because that would remind them of Grandma or their mom or their great grandma, and that would be something very special. And my grandma loved tea, so I like boba tea. So I ended up going and getting a boba tea, kind of celebrating me and Grandma, our relationship. And went out to eat, and on my way coming home I decided I need a couple groceries, and so I went to Trader Joe's. Well, at Trader Joe's they were having a lot of laughter and fun, and it was really nice to see, especially on a hard day like what had happened. Going to a funeral is really emotionally taxing, especially someone you've known all your life, and it's your grandma and you love your grandma. And I was telling this woman, I so appreciate your joy here. I appreciate the fact that you have joy while you're working. Thank you so much. That means so much. It was my grandma's funeral today. And it just means a lot to me to see you all have wonderful joy here. Well, as I'm cashing out and getting my groceries, she runs up and gives me a bouquet of flowers. And I am beyond touched. I start crying at the register. It's such an amazing act of kindness. And I really felt touched, because I purposely did not take flowers when we were putting them on Grandma's casket and putting them over Grandma's grave, because I felt like those were hers. And so I felt like this was something special for me. Well, here's the part two. It's been a while now since Grandma's funeral, not too far, and I still had those flowers. Well, those flowers were starting to get, older, and they were getting ready, and I was looking at them like, what am I going to do with these flowers? Well, there was a family member that, because of family dynamics, wasn't able to go to the funeral. It wasn't safe for them, kind of a thing, and the family should have allowed this to happen. And it was super frustrating, because this person really had a close relationship with their grandma. Well, I saw that person today, and they had found out Grandma had passed away, and they had made a choice not to go to the funeral because of the dynamics, but they were still sad, and they wanted to know where Grandma was buried. And I said, here, you can take these flowers that were given to me and put them on her grave, because you weren't allowed to participate in the flowers that we had at the funeral home to put in her casket as she went down, or to have those flowers on top of her grave. They took those flowers, and we stood there together, only for a few seconds, and I left, and they were able to put those flowers that were given to me on her grave. That is a powerful story. Because not only did it bless me, because I got to enjoy them and walk by and think of my grandma every time I saw those flowers, but it was also being able to give them back to my grandma through someone else who didn't get to participate in that part of the ceremony. And they got to give Grandma those flowers. What a gift. What a special gift. And it was that person who was in tune to listening. And they didn't know it was going to come full circle. And so today, I had to go pick up something near that Trader Joe's, and I made sure I let that manager know how impactful that was and how grateful I am. And I am sharing this with you, not to say, let's go get free stuff, but to say that when things happen and we need them to happen, and we need healing and we need restoration, when we are open to it and we have kindness in our heart and love in our heart, these are the kinds of things that happen. These are the things that can bring transformation. And that's what I wanted to share. On that note, I hope this blesses you. And I hope this brings a place of just really realizing to remember to be kind to yourself, kind to others, and be in this place of gratitude. Even when you grieve. I'll see you next time. Bye, friends.